Warning! What you are about to see and hear is for entertainment purposes only. The opinions expressed on this show are our opinions and do not reflect the views of BTW21 or its staff. Now, time to be real with Daniel Lewis and Chad Hudson.
God is looking for someone real. People are looking for something real. Just be real. We're your host, Daniel Lewis, Brother Chad Hudson.
Hello.
Yes, and we have a very special guest with us here this afternoon, tonight, and it is Allie Keatts.
That's right.
Am I saying that right?
That's right, Keatts.
So Allie Keatts, say hello. Look right over there to that camera.
Which one?
You can see that one?
Which one?
That one.
That one. Hey.
Hey.
Hello,
So tell
camera.
us,
Hello,
who
camera.
are you?
Well, she has many titles, so I want to hear.
Well, where do you want me to start?
Just at the beginning. You were born. She was born, right?
That's too far.
Is it too far? Okay.
The most important title.
The most important title.
The most
What are
important.
you doing right
Mother.
now?
Mother. Let's get this
Mother.
out. That's
Boy
Mama,
mom.
boy
That is
mom.
boy
That's the
mom
most
right there. Yes.
Yep. I got two boys.
Let's start there, and then we'll go
Yep.
back to
Right.
All right. So, mommin'.
mom.
Your
Mom.
mom.
Mom
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
8-year-old and a 15-month-old.
And the 8-year-old, I'm sure, is wide open.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Never stops. Never
Right.
stops. There is 150% and 0%.
Right.
There's no in between.
Wow.
Yeah, no in between.
Wow.
But man, he's funny. He's so funny.
They're great at that age.
So what's the
He
name?
is so much fun.
The names?
So Rylan is my
Rylan.
8-year-old.
8.
And then Colton, which we also call Colt, is my 15-month-old.
the baby.
That's my baby.
That's
Yeah.
He's the baby.
Now, how do they get along? Do they
Oh
interact?
my gosh, yes.
Is it
They-
cute?
oh
Is
my
it-
gosh, they're the best of friends.
Lay off me.
I hate to admit it.
Trying to hear you.
Because his is turned up more than mine.
No,
That's
mine's-
okay. No,
mine's
it's
turned
okay.
down. It is,
We like,
really.
You're the star of the show. Daniel. It's okay.
No. Mine's
Anyhow.
turned down.
So they get along. You see them interact.
Yes.
And that's got to be beautiful.
They're the best of
peaceful.
friends.
That's great.
It's fantastic. My oldest son is the best big brother I could ever ask for. He's very attentive. He helps very much, and I hate to admit it, but he's my baby's favorite person in the world.
Right.
Favorite person in the world. Don't you wish it could be you?
Right,
But you can't.
absolutely.
You're
Right.
like-
I only carried him for 9 months.
Right,
and,
absolutely.
You know, raise
And
him
you're
and change all of his
thrown to the
diapers.
side.
And
And that's kind of a good age right there. I mean, you got
They're
I
both
think
so much
7,
fun right
8,
now.
somewhere
Yeah.
around there, and you have another one that kind of
Right.
help look after the other one
Right.
and concerned, and
Right.
you know
So
they're
what's he into? What's he like to do? The biggest one. What's his
RC
hobbies?
cars.
RC cars.
RC
Really?
cars. Yes. Big into I mean, I'm not talking about like $40 Walmart RC cars. I'm talking about this has become a very expensive hobby
Yes.
very quickly. Very
No,
quickly.
I like the
That's
Walmart
cool.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can beat those up and then replace them easily. No, these you buy parts for at a parts store.
wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But
So while
But
we're
he
there,
has-
I want to shout out to Richard Landis because last week was not really a podcast show. I guess we're a podcast.
Have you seen that, Allie? Have you seen that?
yeah.
Show?
I knew we were going there. Last week? No, I missed last
No,
week's.
okay,
I
just
had
last
I think I
week's.
was doing dishes or something.
Do you subscribe to our show?
Bro, liked it.
Yeah.
Passed it on.
She's
Anyhow.
fully subscribed. She gets all of them. She
I
watched
don't
the
even think I have a
premiere.
YouTube channel.
Okay.
She has. She
But
don't-
back to Richard. Richard
Back
has,
to Richard
let me
Landis.
tell you, Richard Landis has these remote control aeroplanes.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
I mean, by the hundred.
Please don't tell my son that.
right.
We want
It's
him to
too
come
late.
up. It's too late. He hears it because I'm sure he's watching. He's going
Because
to
I'm
watch
sure
it.
those are way more expensive than the RC cars.
I
They
can
are,
only imagine.
But
Yeah.
you know what's an expense when you could have fun with your.
Oh, absolutely. And he spends so much time outside. I mean, it's
Right.
fantastic.
Right.
Yeah. He's outside like grabbing wood and rocks and like building jumps. And we've already had to replace the body on one of them already. He just got it for Christmas. He just got it for Christmas and already has a new body.
Is he jumping them? and
Yes,
stuff?
yeah. So he has several that are like racing. Like you can actually take him out on a track and race them. But his new favorite is what he got for Christmas this past year, and it's a rock crawler.
Is it all electric, or you got some gas ones?
No,
or-
they're electric. They have a rechargeable battery.
So they're
but-
ready to go.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty
this
cool.
has tracks on it or something, or what
It just
makes
has
a rock-
the
expansion.
yes, the
The
suspension.
expansion.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
We got it for Ryland, but we all play with it. I'm gonna be honest. It's a lot of fun. It really is. It is a lot of
yes.
fun. So
and I'm sure the dad loves that.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
that's-
I mean, they fight over
I'm
it.
all into it. Right. Yeah. I always love getting presents for my kids.
right, yeah, exactly.
Presents for my kids.
Yeah.
Because they like playing with that stuff.
Yeah.
But again, want to shout out to Richard Landis and also everybody that subscribes and likes our videos, because it really wasn't a podcast last week because you can't really listen to
It
it.
was like a podcast show
It's a podcast show.
based around a podcast,
Right.
but
Right.
we're just doing some things.
Yeah, we're doing some things. So we're doing different stuff. You know, I think we're different than other podcasts, and that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. And
wanna
so
do
that's
the
why we
same.
have Allie out here. We're just kind of throwing her. She's kind of out of the conversation now, but definitely wanna-
It happens. It happens.
I'm glad you could bring a stray dog in.
Right.
We talked, and then the baby. What's his name and what's his hobbies?
His name is Colt, and
I love
he really enjoys opening cabinets and drawers and playing with stuff he's not supposed to.
Yes. Anything that he's told not to.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
so we spend so much money on toys, and he wants to play with wooden spoons and
in the
whiskers.
box that the toy came in.
Yes,
That's it.
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly
I've got
right.
a 6-year-old grandson. He's getting ready to be 6. I mean, getting ready to be 7. He's 6
Yeah.
now. But the box seems to be more important than,
Just like a cat.
than the stuff.
Yeah,
Just like a cat.
just like a cat.
It's like I just spent $40-$50 on that, and he's in the box. He's in the box.
Yeah, yeah, we're there. I feel you.
Love the box.
100%.
But anyway, I remember when you were okay. She started out Boys Holland Veterinary Services.
Well, for me.
For you, for us.
She
When we
started
met,
out-
yeah,
we
She
met.
started out a long time before she started working.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
sure,
She
but-
didn't start out at Boys Holland when she
Yeah.
was.
So we talked about the 2 children, and
Mm-hmm.
now you have a husband. I'm sure that, hey, we could give a shout out to. Or just
Absolutely.
talk about him for a second.
Yeah.
You went to the wedding.
I did go to the wedding. I brought the meat.
He did.
You brought the meat.
He was
I
our
brought the meat to
caterer.
Allie's
He was the
He
caterer.
pretty much catered for our wedding. Yeah, it was pretty fantastic. Him and his family.
Oh, it's Boston Butts.
Yeah.
Barbecue.
We really wanted barbecue. Okay, I really wanted barbecue, and it worked out.
He hooked you up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Katie came out with us.
Yeah.
And the kids came out. She had a beautiful place out. I can't remember where it was actually.
Axton. Yep.
Axton.
Mountain
And a
Valley.
nice barn, and it was a beautiful wedding.
Yeah.
But so let's talk
hot
about
that
him.
day.
It was hot.
was so hot.
What's he do? What's his name and what's he do?
His name is Donald, and he works at Eastman currently. He's been there for a long time. He's a hobbyist himself. He very much enjoys playing with the boys' cars, and he's also a tinkerer by hobby. He likes to work on cars, likes to build stuff like that.
Well,
so.
you like to tear him up, so I'm sure that's
Yeah, no, it comes in great handy. Yeah, I never have to worry about anything. He will fix it.
And if you were wondering, I do know Allie from years past working at Boyce Holland.
Yeah, she's an awesome vet
Thank
tech.
you. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
I always
One
thought
of
a lot of
the
her.
I
best
loved it.
ones we had.
My
But,
heart's always there. It
Right,
really
I could
is,
tell.
but people
I
have
just
to
don't
move
take.
on.
I just don't take my chihuahuas to anybody.
Yeah.
You know,
boys-
this man right here is not a vet,
Right.
But he hires and fires vets. He owns the business, and he's got 26 years of experience now.
Worked at Boys
And I have felt comfortable bringing in my Chihuahua. You know Chihuahua,
Oh, yeah.
Prissy, and Play-Doh, and Pinto, and so she, always felt comfortable bringing them into because they're my children. I mean, my dogs are my kids.
Right.
I
And
mean, I
that's
love
something-
them.
Absolutely.
That's something we realize there. And I don't think just there. I think at most veterinary clinics, they realize that, there are some farm animals. But then the majority of pets that come into an animal clinic are somebody's baby.
Oh, for sure.
You know,
Absolutely.
they're- just as much love, if not more, as a child.
If they didn't care, they wouldn't be there.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But she worked with us for a while, and we'll let you talk about that. But then you went on to some bigger, better things. So
Yeah.
where are you now?
I am with Henry County Animal Shelter. I now manage the entire facility.
Wow.
It's the
Here in Henry County.
Yep, for
Here in
Henry County Sheriff's Office, I run the animal control office. So my job is the shelter. And then we have animal control officers that deal with the legal side of things.
The actual calls
Yes,
and going out
yes,
there.
yes, yes. So that is not my That's not my court.
Well, we knew it would happen, and he done it.
And I did it. And I was just talking about it.
You literally
talking
said it
about
5 minutes before we started.
I did.
Yeah.
So as long as we don't get electrocuted, I think we'll be all right. We'll just keep it going. And but anyhow,
It's working.
so how long have you been over there?
I started in July, halfway through July.
Last year.
This past year.
Nice. Yeah,
So been there like 7, 8 months, something like that. Yeah,
And you're running the whole show.
pretty much.
You get to carry a gun.
No, I don't think they
kind
want
of
me
a
to
good
have a
thing.
gun.
Henry County does not want Allie to have a gun.
Yeah,
Sure.
so-
Even though I think she's a good shot. 'cause
Thank
I
you.
She
personally
is.
think, yes.
I would say absolutely. Yeah. So you brought us some pictures. You got some babies that need to be adopted.
Do I have several?
So you're just backing it up just a little bit. Your main objective is getting these babies
Out.
out.
Absolutely.
Adopted.
Yes. Adopted or transferred to another facility that is either a no-kill shelter or, has more resources than we do. We are a small facility. We only have 22 runs. We only have 10 cat cages, so we can only house so many.
So for those of us, not Chad, but me, that are not familiar with runs, what are you talking about? What's a run?
I apologize.
No.
A dog run is the kennel that we keep the dogs in.
So it's basically a kennel, caged to where the animal cannot
Right.
exit.
Go back and forth.
Go
You
back
feed
and forth.
them.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit larger than a cage.
Right. It's not
So they have
like a
some
pop-up
room.
cage. It is
Run.
it is like
They
they're
can
like
run.
That's
4
what they
feet.
call it,
They're like
you
4
know.
feet by 10 feet. So
Okay.
they have quite a bit of space, and they each have their own drains. So liquid easily,
Kind of liquid.
trickles away.
Kind of liquid.
You know what I'm
Kinda
talking about.
liquid.
Now tell people where do these animals come from? What's the
Well, they come from Henry County. We only service Henry County. So owner surrenders for pets that unfortunately they can't keep or no longer want. That's the sad truth. People get puppies, and then when they become adult dogs and
so now you
they can't
see
keep them, then we take them.
Do you
so
see
they
the
drop
more?
them off? They just drop them off, or how do they get in contact? I told you it was going to happen.
He did.
You
We
said
got
it was
water
gonna happen.
flying
We got
everywhere.
water flying everywhere. But,
If anybody needs any water, we got. Look at this. It's
no,
coming over here
not the
now.
phone.
we are electrocuted. We might have to take a
that's-
break here and
No.
get that fixed. But,
We're good.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We have to tilt the table.
No, we're good.
We don't have any napkins.
Get
or
go
anything.
down that hole though, because I don't need it in this.
Glad
hole.
you drilled a hole in the table.
Yeah, me too. You got-
Work.
Yeah, right down the hole where all the cords are. That's
Right.
great.
Right. Water my knee.
So owners surrender.
Okay,
they
that's
no
the start.
longer they no longer want the animals, so
Or could care for
or
them.
could care.
Yeah.
So they could bring it to you, and you guys take it in. Mm-hmm. And there's no charge to them.
No.
I want to. Can I say something?
Oh, go ahead.
That kind of pisses me off
It's frustrating.
just a little bit.
It is.
Yeah,
It's a hard
'cause-
job.
Animals, including dogs and cats, of course, our pets, they are a lifetime commitment. For people that don't know this, if you can't afford it, don't have one.
And I get that, but unfortunately that's not only the only
So
case.
there
I
are.
mean, sometimes
I
people
mean,
get sick.
Yes.
Sometimes,
Right,
I mean,
right
just a
now,
few-
there's some circumstances.
Just a few weeks
sometimes.
ago, we had 2 Dachshunds that were surrendered to us. They were 14 years old. That is not the reason why they were surrendered to us.
14?
Yes.
Wow.
The reason why they were surrendered to us is because the owner himself was spending a tremendous amount of time in the hospital because of his own health issues.
back and forth.
So, I mean,
What do
it's
you do?
just, right. So,
and
I mean,
that's
there
sad.
are certain circumstances like that,
And I
are a little
understand
less.
those.
Now the majority of the ones are
But
people
the
that
people
get
that
pets
get them
and
and
don't.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
I will say, we'll back up just a little bit. I will say the majority of the pets that we get are strays.
Really.
I won't jump to conclusion and say that they're owner surrenders. We do get a good amount of owner surrenders, but I'd say most
Now-
of them come to us as strays that don't get reclaimed.
Now owner surrenders are almost a little bit higher on the list for me
That's
than
correct.
just strays.
Right,
I mean,
that's
because
correct.
stray, that was somebody's animal at one time too.
Right.
We're not talking about just a wild animal.
Right.
We're talking about a pet animal that has became untamable or what.
Right. So when you surrender a pet, there's a reason why you're surrendering it.
Right.
And that's the unfortunate truth about it. I mean, it's got some type of behavioral problem or, whatever. But
Right.
So
Now, how much work are you allowed to, or can you, put into an animal to get it adoptable? Or do you do behavioral tests?
So we do have a trainer at Wolf and Good Times from Eden, she will come down and evaluate some of the dogs that we have we've seen that have behavioral issues. Right. I think with some experience with myself and my rescue coordinator, Dakota, I think we have enough experience that we can say that dog needs some attention, or that dog's a great dog. It gets along with everybody, or, so we've had her come down a few times and evaluate some of our dogs that we've had suspicions that would be difficult to place in a home, and gotten her legitimate professional opinion. I mean, she's a dog trainer. That's what she does. That's all she does. Right.
So you were going to come down here with somebody else, but they had to work today. So I want you just mentioned Dakota.
Yes, that's her name.
I want to shout out to everybody.
Right.
You have a team.
Yes,
it's just
absolutely.
not Allie.
No,
Keatts.
It is not just me. I could not do what I do without my employees for sure. So her name is Dakota Castle.
Dakota Castle.
Yep, she's my rescue coordinator.
Thank you.
She is currently transporting some animals to Charlottesville for us today.
Oh, wow.
So it was much more important that she made that trip than come here tonight, unfortunately.
Dang right.
For us, anyways.
Yes. Anybody else you want to shout out to?
My animal control officers. There's Jasmine Fain and Sky Davis. They've really stepped up.
Sky Davis.
Yes.
I like
it's
that.
a heck of a name, ain't it?
I've met them both.
It's a heck of a name.
They've traveled up to Boyce Holland, and I've met them both. They're very nice young ladies that have a very bright future ahead of them.
Yes, absolutely. And they are really, they were kind of thrown into the madness. They are brand new and started off, and they've just been kicking tail ever since. They're doing a great job.
Are they police officers?
They are.
As well,
they are.
right?
They are
had
deputies.
to go through that training.
They have to go through LE, and then they had to go to animal control school. So they are law enforcement officers, which is a great thing.
Right.
And then animal control officers as well. So it is two different certifications.
So you kind of got to carry. You got to have a heart for that.
Oh, for sure.
Because you go through the whole LE, the training or law enforcement training.
Right.
Law enforcement training, then it's like you kind of give that, well, you don't give it up, but you have a heart for the animals.
Right.
So you go into that.
Right.
I like it.
Well, and I do the reports for our animal control officer at the end of every month, and they answer about twice as many calls as a regular road deputy does. Yes.
Wow.
So they work their tails off.
Yeah. And so I'm not going to throw you under the bus, but I'm going to mention this just a little bit. You had to have permission to talk to us.
I did. Yeah.
From Lane Perry?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's the sheriff.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, me, or yes, sir, him?
Yes.
Who are you talking to?
There's no, you don't.
I'm about to. Yes, sir.
Right.
Hey, Lane.
Yeah. But Sheriff
No,
Perry
thank
is a
you.
huge fan of BTW 21.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
greatly appreciate you, Lane.
Yeah.
I think every time he
Officer Perry.
gets a little chance, anytime he gets a little chance to speak, he's on the TV.
Sheriff
I've
Perry.
seen him.
Thank you, Sheriff Perry.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's
yes.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they want to make sure whoever comes on, air that
Right.
talks about, our
Knows what they're talking about.
right.
Yeah,
Not
and
going
I
to say
can-
anything out of the way.
I
So
can definitely tell that you do. Even though we're kind of drilling her. We're
right off the bat.
interrogation.
A little bit, but not too bad.
Right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
What are we going? 5 minutes? What?
So you sent us some pictures. I don't know if Miss.
Are we going to get to the picture?
Yeah, there we go.
That's
There we go.
Chip.
Chip.
Yeah.
Now, Chip's adoptable, correct?
He is available for adoption. I think, now forgive me, I may get some of them mixed up with
That's all right.
with their exact ages, and they are all approximate as well. I think we have him at 2.
He just looks like a happy boy.
Oh, he is. He is.
Look at the tongue.
He is.
Look at the tongue.
Yes, lives for treats.
Right.
He had just
Oh, I
got
can
done.
tell.
Yeah, he just got
Yeah.
done gobbling one down right
That's
there.
like me.
Yeah. That's the only way you get him to sit.
Now,
You gotta have
what's
treats.
the process?
If my
Look
tongue.
at that.
Oh, that's
What's her name?
Tilly.
That's the little girl right
Yeah,
there.
that's Tilly. She's a sweet girl. She
Yeah.
is also very playful and very sweet, very docile. She's only a year old, and she's
Shouldn't I-
already had a litter of puppies.
Really?
Yeah.
Shania, you need a puppy. Look at her.
She's adult. And if I had to say I had a personal favorite right now, Tilly's one of them.
Really?
She's just adult baby.
And is that not the hardest?
It is. I love 'em all.
I've worked for Boyce
know you
Holland
do.
Love 'em
for
all.
26 years, and on a daily, you have this animal needs a home.
Yeah.
On a daily,
Mm-hmm.
and
Terrible.
and you feel you want to,
Yeah.
but I couldn't.
That's Dobby.
couldn't.
Look at those ears.
Dobby. Those ears stick straight
Oh,
up.
God. He's
Look
got
at
so
that.
much personality just in his ears.
I wanted to go back to Chip. I wanted to look at the tongue going into the nostril. Yeah, look at that. I mean, who doesn't love?
I know. Lives for treats.
I wish I could get my tongue in my nostril like that.
That's gross.
It is
Yo.
good. It'd be a good party trick. My grandkids
my
would love
gosh.
it. I'd be like,
I can't
What?
touch my nose with my tongue. I
you
can't. do
can?
that.
All right, can we get the camera back on Allie? No. Let's get the camera back on Allie.
She said she could do
Please.
the same picture.
All right, okay.
Let's do it.
Allie.
Am I gonna? I gotta look at this one, right?
Same picture.
This is.
Yeah!
Oh, man.
That's great.
That is great. Chip would be proud.
Yeah, he would.
So now, if someone wanted to adopt Chip or any of the pups there, what kind of process is someone looking forward to seeing from you? What do they need to do?
It's pretty simple. We have an adoption application that you can fill out online or you can fill out in the office. It literally takes like 5 minutes. It's front and back, but the questions are pretty straightforward. I mean,
Okay.
and
Put
then
that link below our YouTube.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
And then from there, we just kind of, go over it. If we have any concerns, we'll kind of discuss that and go from there.
So have you ran across that animal hoarder that's trying to pick up every animal that you have on
Yes.
staff? Yeah, so you got to look out for that.
Yes. So unfortunately, you learn that very quickly.
Right.
I mean, it just is what it is. You learn that very
It is
quickly.
sad.
Yeah.
It's a sad situation.
And the heart's there, but you have
Yeah.
my heart is with the animal. What's
Right.
important
What's
for
best
the animal, not
for
for you.
the
Yeah.
Right.
Because I don't want them coming back. I want them going to a home forever.
Right. Forever.
yeah.
Commitment.
You're right.
All right. So we got some more pictures here. We got.
Oh, that's Weston. I think we have him at
Can
3.
you go back? Can you go back one more?
One more? He's a beagle.
Okay, we didn't finish. I interrupted.
That's Dobby.
I ended up. Yeah.
Yeah,
I interrupted
Dobby's
Dobby.
a 6-month-old puppy. He is full of personality.
He's skinny.
He's very playful.
Yeah, he's healthy, but
Yeah.
he's skinny.
We've
I think
only
he's muscular.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's
It's a shot. Of the
Yeah.
camera, but I think he's
Well, I kind of like
Yeah.
seeing that because
Yeah.
when you see them extremely overweight,
have some of
they
those
just-
too.
Yeah.
but he's a good boy. He'll need he'll
his
either
ears.
need to
Dobby.
go to a home
Yeah.
that doesn't have any other pets or with a dog that's going to correct him.
Oh, so he's
He's
trying to
very
be dominant.
mouthy.
He's trying to
Yeah.
be
So, and he's trying to play. He really is. But some dogs just don't take that mouthy play very well. They take it as an aggression. And he's really not being aggressive. He
Just who he is.
he's got crappy play.
He's who
Yeah.
he is.
Yeah.
Just be real there,
Right.
Dobby.
Yeah.
Be real. Look at
Yeah.
them ears.
But he's a sweet boy. He just needs he's a puppy. He needs some training.
He's got
honestly.
some be real ears.
Right. He also needs to be fixed. So there's
Oh,
that
he's
variable
ready.
too.
Yeah, he's
there's
ready.
that variable too. So take away that testosterone, he might calm down just a little bit.
Just a little
Yeah.
bit, Chad.
Now about the,
You said it, not me.
7 kids.
7 children. Now about the neutering, do y'all have a program that you do?
So we don't have a specific program, but we have a we do have a relationship with Boyce Holland Veterinary Services that allows.
Who are they?
Oh, that's that really
That's we.
small blue building on the side of 58
That's
in
we.
Stewart.
They're in Apache County. I think
They're
I
in
saw them
Patrick
one
County,
time. Yeah.
They're across the street from Morris Funeral Home on
Oh,
58.
Yeah. I think I remember
Look,
seeing
you
Let me
can't
tell
miss the
something.
Boyce
I got
Holland
news.
blue.
I got news. I got
stopped
news
there.
so far. I'm stopping everybody.
I stopped there and
We
took a
are
leak
open
one time.
Saturdays. We are open Saturdays for all you come visit us on Saturdays. It took a while, but we are now there.
I'm
So
actually
we're-
really excited about that.
Right.
I'll be there this Saturday if
Thank
you're
you
open, just
very
by the
much.
way. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
A lot of people
I need to
work
get my
during the
shepherd
week,
in.
and although
Exactly.
that Katie has the pet transportation, which is a business that will come get your animal in the morning, and while you're at work, take your animal to the veterinarian, to the groomer, to the
Pet.
boarding facility.
That's so
Express.
great. We
and
need
bring
something
it
like
back,
that around
and it will
here.
bring it back right to you. So you could call her at that number, which I should remember.
Yeah, you should
But
know
anyways,
that.
I'll
I
get
should know
that
it too,
on-
though. See,
by
I'm,
heart.
I'm kind of like fired now. You know?
I probably. We're probably both fired, but we'll get that number and put it out. And you can see the commercials on BTW21.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have them running,
We'll throw that number out.
and we'll throw that number. But
Pet Express Transport.
yes,
They'll get your pet out there. And now Boyce Holland is open on Saturdays.
that's where I started.
That's some big
That's what I'm
stinking
excited. I'm
news.
excited. People work all week. They got.
They do.
You know, if they have a time on a Saturday to drop off their pets, I guarantee that our parking lot's going to be full.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
It will.
Is it even a good idea to come this Saturday or should I come next Saturday?
We'll be.
It's
we'll
almost
be
like a
booked.
grand opening.
Right, exactly. Do you know how many people are going to be there?
Right.
That's how important.
I'll
it
be there
is.
I'll be there at like 7:59 knocking on the door.
People
with
are
my
going to be parked
chihuahuas.
in the field next door.
Chihuahuas. I need Pro Heart.
Yeah.
I need Pro Heart. I need Pro Heart.
We have 4 doctors now, and
That's
we're
so
just
What a
exciting.
blessing.
we're just ready to go. We're
Blessed.
ready
It's
to go.
exciting.
So anyways, back
It's
to...
great news. Congratulations. It's great news.
Yes.
Thank you.
I was happy to hear
I
that.
know a lot
too.
of people were waiting for that. So
Yes.
And it has blown up on the Facebook. I
Yeah.
guess a lot of people were waiting. I mean, I did hear a lot of people asking, "Hey, when's Saturday coming? Hey, when's the weekend's coming?"
And you've tried, man, behind the
tried.
scenes.
Try.
I see this man. He's working his tail off trying to get Saturdays, and you got 4 vets. We've talked about it
blew
before.
an eye vessel this week. I was stressed out this week, and I popped an eye vessel. I gotta go to the doctor and get my blood pressure checked.
He's learning how it is to be like boys.
Almost dropped that one. No more fluids on the table.
No more fluids on the
Without a
table.
straw.
Man, I got like a river going on over here.
it's mostly dried.
Yeah,
You're getting there.
it's working. So anyway, but 8 to 3 on Saturdays, Boys Holland Veterinary Services.
But I think I interrupted everybody. We were talking about
That's what we do.
Right.
Be real.
We're
Just
all
let it
over the
roll.
place.
That's what you said, right?
Yeah, just let it roll.
We were talking about adopting animals and how it's basically easy. If you could show that you, damn it, could you not hear anything I was saying?
Yeah,
Did I just waste
I
my
heard
time?
You. I heard you.
Okay.
Just needed a little
Well, anyways,
bit. It's so
it's
soothing.
not hard.
It's so soothing.
They did say my voice was soothing.
Yeah, his voice is soothing.
They said that in the 3rd episode, Allie.
I saw that.
Oh, you saw that one too? Okay.
I thought it was the 4th one though.
No,
See,
it was the 3rd.
she don't watch.
She hasn't watched a single episode.
I did watch.
seen
watched-
anything.
She watched 10 minutes of the first
not
episode,
true.
and that's
Right.
I watched everything but 10 minutes.
it. Then I was misinformed. Okay, I apologize.
I watched all 5 minutes of y'all's first show.
I watched almost all of it. I really did.
But I tell you what, it's good. Right now, we're just trying to do something, and I know a lot of people haven't seen it yet, and hopefully they will, and they'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Hopefully they come and see you and
Heck yeah.
adopt a dog.
And cats.
And
Yeah,
cats. Let's
cats
talk
too.
about the cats.
Yeah.
We talked
Yeah,
about
okay.
I feel
dogs.
like, and I'm guilty of that. Sometimes I forget. It's not that I forget about them. It's just that we focus so much on the dogs because we definitely receive way more dogs than we do cats.
Really?
Now, how do you receive cats? The same way?
Same way, but 9 times out of 10 they come in a trap
Okay, so they're
Really?
they're a nuisance somewhere,
or a
Somebody-
stray, something that
feral.
showed up at somebody's house, stuff
Now,
like
how
that, or a
easy-
colony somebody's trying to manage.
How easy or hard is it to adopt a feral cat? I mean, what do you? Is there
Well-
someone you have that could come in and maybe handle these cats? Do you all? I'm sure you all do that when you're feeding them.
Yeah, it's
and
great. It's a great time. It's a great time.
Getting eaten, chewed
So
up.
yeah, it's fantastic. I don't even want to say it, but I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna knock on this one right
There's this joke about wrangling cats.
Yeah.
now. Oh gosh.
Okay, so anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So in my time there, with some of my employees, we have figured out some fairly easy ways to be able to at least contain them and move them so we can give them fresh water, give them fresh food, clean their cages, stuff like that,
Nice,
and then
yeah.
return them to that same cage. We take those big, like the tidy cat litter buckets.
Yeah.
Yeah, we drill holes in the top of the lid. And we keep those in the cage with the feral cat. And the feral cats love them because they
little
can
hiding
hide in
spot,
it.
hide.
Exactly. They can hide
Oh.
in it. So when it's time to move them and, clean their cage, we close them up and it's got holes, drilled in it so they can breathe. No worries. But you close them up inside of it and they are contained because the lid latches.
They like
so then we
that.
can just move them and clean their cage and then
And
put
now
them
you
back and
feel
open it back
safe.
up. Yeah, absolutely. My
The
employees feel
the
safe.
employees
Yes.
and the animals feel safe.
Absolutely,
And then
absolutely.
the situation is just, decelerated.
Yeah.
And that's the key to any enforcement of behavior.
Right.
Yeah.
Whether it be law enforcement, teaching,
Yeah.
whether it be, animal care. It's really just learning how to do it instead of just trying to bully,
Oh, no.
just trying to manhandle.
I'm not sticking my hand in a cage
Yeah.
with a cat that's literally like trying to fight me.
Because you might get it.
It's not
Or a
happening. Or dog, no.
Because you might get it,
Right.
but you're also going to get bit. And
Right.
You're also going to scratch, and the animal is going to probably end up getting hurt too.
Right.
So if we
well,
come up-
getting so much worse too.
Right.
The attitude is going to accelerate because they're
Accelerate.
stressed out. Yeah.
decelerate,
Yeah.
keep it calm, give
Absolutely.
it a place to hide, and
Yeah.
do your job.
Yeah.
That's great.
But don't get me wrong. There's still a few that that trick doesn't work for, and we scrap a little bit. But
I'm glad you brought
Had-
up the cats because, I always tend to forget that. I'm a dog person. I got 3 Chihuahuas,
Right.
well, mixed, and 1 full-blooded Chihuahua.
Right.
But I've got a lot of friends that's got cats.
Right.
And then when we post on Facebook about dogs, they're like, and cats.
Yeah.
And cats,
Yeah.
and cats, and I kind of forget that it's nothing.
There's a
against
couple
cats.
of them that really let you know.
Right.
They let me know.
The cat owners.
They let me know. I mean, people love cats.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just hopefully they understand that it's nothing against cats.
Right.
It's just I'm a dog person.
Well, and let's be honest, cats are so much easier to care for.
They are.
I mean, they're
Right.
so personable.
Yeah.
You give them a litter box, give them food and water, and they're
boom.
good. You don't have to take them outside to let them potty.
Yeah.
So, like
They do it.
They're great.
like I stated a few shows ago, you
Yes,
probably
I
didn't
saw
watch
it.
that one.
She didn't.
So, you know, they're very much like reptiles.
Oh, yeah.
You know, reptiles are very good for teenage kids
Yeah. Or my 8-year-old.
or an 8-year-old.
We just got him a leopard gecko.
Or a cat. It
Yeah,
doesn't need that
loves it.
everyday one-on-one
Right.
training and
Right.
working with. So, a cat is a good.
You got a picture of your gecko?
I do.
We're gonna have to get that up in the second half.
Her name is Pineapple.
Oh, it's a her.
And well, we think, yeah.
We think it's her.
How do you
my
tell?
My
How do you
son,
tell?
yeah, my son says it's a girl, so it's a girl.
It's a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're going to take a break.
We're going to take a break, and then we'll be back with a picture of Pineapple,
All right.
the gecko. What kind of gecko was it?
It's a leopard gecko.
Leopard.
Yeah. She's
gecko.
beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
You know,
Oh,
some
gotta
people
see
have
this
those
thing.
just roaming around their house to catch flies.
Should have brought it with you.
No.
I should have been like licking up. We got plenty of water here. Thanks, Chad.
You did. Okay.
Okay.
I'll take the blame for it.
We'll be right back.
Come on.
We love y'all.
Please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Thank you.
And we're back with Miss Allie Keatts. She is the Henry County manager of the
Henry County Pound.
Henry County Pound. Is that how you say
The
it?
Henry County Animal Shelter.
And-
Sorry,
Henry-
not the pound.
The pound sounds awful.
Does
Yeah.
Does it?
they changed that?
We did. Yeah.
Yeah, see, it was Patrick County Pound, it was Henry County Pound. Now, in the
Animal
last
shelter.
few years, it's shelter.
So there's a difference. I guess shelter is a no kill shelter, or what? Why is shelter? Just because
Well,
politically to collect?
We
Correct?
also
Y'all kill them like hell over there, though, don't you?
No, they
no, we don't.
They adopt 'em.
Absolutely not.
I just wanted you to clear that
Right.
up. Sorry.
And I'm glad you made that point because
Yes.
that does come up a lot, and
It
it is
does.
very frustrating. Because,
Y'all kill them like hell.
Well, we have people that come to the hospital there, and they're like, "Well, where do we bring these animals?" And I say, "Well, there's the shelters."
Yeah,
And they're like, "No, they kill them," and that's not the case.
it's not.
You
no.
know,
That's obviously not our first instinct either.
Right, we
Obviously, getting the animal out is the first
Especially
priority.
you.
Right.
Especially you. Just me knowing her personally,
Right.
I know that she loves animals, and that would be the last thing
Right.
on your mind.
Right.
I think anyone that I've ever worked with in any shelter,
Right.
Right.
You know, Wanda up here at our shelter up
Right.
in
Oh,
Patrick
yeah.
County. That's the last thing that
Wanda
she wants.
Vaden.
Right.
Wanda Vaden.
Wanda Vaden.
She's my hero.
Shout out to
I
that
don't know
woman.
if you know. She's my hero
I
in
love
Patrick
some
County.
Wanda. I love some Wanda.
Absolutely. But the same sense, you know, that's the last thing that on anyone's mind that works in that animal field is to put it down, but it does happen.
Unfortunately, that is a sad truth, but that is not our first instinct, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why we're considered a shelter now is because we do adoptions. We didn't do adoptions before I started there.
Oh.
So we relied strictly on other facilities to pull them. Now we do adoptions directly from the shelter itself. So
Wow.
that makes a big
That's
difference.
big stuff.
I love that.
Yeah.
See, that's what I want to hear.
We've been doing adoptions we just started adoptions in September. So up until now, I think we're up to like 140 adoptions.
Good
with-
gravy.
Imagine that.
Wow.
Yeah. We average about 30 a month.
I was going
Nice.
to say.
That's an
I was
adoption
gonna
a
say-
day.
God.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. That's
Yeah.
one a day.
That's one a day.
So before that, it was not
we
adoption.
even just taking over in July qualified as a no-kill shelter.
Oh.
So- 'cause
Henry County
Yes.
Shelter qualifies
Yeah.
as a no-kill shelter.
Henry County in general qualified as a no-kill shelter.
Nice.
And Henry County Animal Control, Martinsville City Animal Control, and Martinsville Henry County SPCA combined, all three of us. Henry County is considered a no-kill
Wow.
county.
Great.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is great.
Yeah.
We got a lot of good people.
Yeah.
You know, like we always say, we're Patrick County boys, but we're not
We're in
far
the
from the
area.
line. We're in
Right,
the area
yeah.
of people that love.
Brothers.
Same.
Yes.
Yeah.
They love animals.
Right.
They love them
Right.
if they're just responsible for them.
Absolutely.
It's the only thing I'm pushing. responsibility, lifetime commitment. That's all I ask.
Absolutely.
Because it's not, hey, it's a little puppy and blah, blah, blah. And he gets bigger and it's like, we got to get him out of here. Or I got to move, so I'm going to go kill him. Right. Or adopt him away or whatever into a shelter. Rehome him. Sounds so much better.
Yeah.
Not a good situation. I'd lose my home. I love my animals.
Right.
And that's just my opinion.
Right.
It's just my opinion.
Right.
I live under a pine tree.
Right.
124 Pine Tree, Spencer, Virginia. That's Daniel with his 3 chihuahuas.
What did you just say?
I don't even know what I'm talking about.
You gave your address away?
Yeah. Pine tree.
All right.
We live under pine trees. That's all they're planting these days is pine trees.
What kind of pine tree is that in front of your yard?
I don't. It's Norwegian.
They make different pine trees? I thought there was just a pine tree.
No. God has made different pine trees.
This thing is amazing.
Yeah.
We're going to have to take pictures of it and put it on the podcast because this tree that he has in his front yard, it's shedding right now.
I got 2 of them.
Is there 2?
Yeah.
They're shedding
One right
now.
down the road. It's mine.
What is with the shed?
I don't know.
Is
but
there
it's
a
like
growth
lighter fluid.
spurt?
No, it only happens in the winter or fall. But it's like lighter fluid. You can light them things up and it's gone with the wind.
I don't know where that came up from. I don't know why you gave your address away, but I do want to thank you.
124 Pine Tree.
Jesus, here we go.
I do want to thank you for the job that you do.
Thank
yes,
you.
very thankful for you, Allie.
Very important in our community to have this.
Thank you.
And I'm glad it's somebody that I know.
Yeah.
Because we work with Henry County.
You do very closely, which I never got to finish, by the way. If you adopt an animal from us, Boys Holland has graciously offered to spay or neuter the pet that's been adopted from us at half cost.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we're already fairly cheap.
Absolutely.
So then we cut that in half
Yeah.
and we just eat it and we want people to do good things.
Yep.
And get animals out there.
That's why I love him.
It's pretty great. And when we tell people that,
And
they
I ride
light up.
motorcycles. He loves me because I take care of animals, but also because I ride motorcycles.
Well, I loved him before we rode motorcycles, but you got to love the guy you rode motorcycles with. You got to.
Anyhow.
Because there's things that happen. But anyway,
So let's
she
talk
has a
about some more
picture
pets.
of her. This is Pineapple.
Oh, we're talking about the gecko.
Shania, can you look at it? Yes.
Look how beautiful
He's
she
stretched
is.
out.
Yeah.
He's stretched.
Look at the color.
Isn't she beautiful?
Wow.
That's a girl.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
yeah. I don't know.
the
Chad
baby.
could probably tell you how you determine whether or not they're male or female, but my son says it's a female, so it's a female in our house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? And that's you holding it?
That is me holding
Now,
it.
usually,
And that's Pineapple.
That's Pineapple.
Usually in the animal field, the more bright and vibrant animal is a male.
Right.
Right.
I know that with birds for sure.
Yeah, ducks and everything. Yeah.
And that might be the case. I don't know without there is a way to probe it and sex
Yeah.
it.
That's out of my expertise.
But
Your boy says
there's
it's
no
a
need
girl.
for it.
Yeah.
It's a dang girl.
She's
Right.
a beautiful girl.
Kind of looks like Madonna or Lady Gaga. Which one is it?
Madonna.
They're both beautiful.
Yeah, Madonna
one?
kind of looks like a lizard now.
You said it. I don't know if it was a lizard
She was
or
born in 1958.
was she really?
Sorry, I don't know.
She does look
Yeah,
like
she was born in 1958. I know that because my mother was born in 58, and she's the same age as Madonna and Michael Jackson.
Isn't
And
that
Madonna is just,
I grew up
my
watching.
mama is beautiful.
Yeah,
I have a beautiful mama. But Madonna, and we all know about Michael Jackson.
I was going to concur that, but I thought that might be weird. That I called your mom beautiful.
She's a beautiful woman.
She is a beautiful woman.
She was, and it still is.
My mother's a beautiful woman, and she was here this past weekend. So I'm
And
gonna
I missed
tell her
it.
Thank you. Yeah, she asked everybody to go out. She wanted to be on the Be Real podcast.
I'm so sorry I missed
And
that.
it's okay. She wants to cook you a steak, though.
I will take.
She wants to
I
cook
will
you a
take
steak.
that
So
steak.
next time we see her, we're going to have to go out
Thank
for
you.
some steak.
Thank you,
And that's
Yes.
Miss Sherry.
Miss Sherry. Oh,
Sherry,
I know,
she-
yeah,
you
I've
know
heard
that.
many a story.
Yeah, she's
I've
a
seen
great
many a comment. She loves her boys.
And she loves,
Loves
the Be
her
Real
boy.
podcast.
Oh, thank
She
you.
loves it.
Thank you. Thank you. Need all the support we can get, but
So
especially.
do we have any more animals, or are we done with the dogs?
No, we got some more dogs, I believe.
We got some more
there
dogs
was
up
some
for
ever.
adoption?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Look
that's
at this.
Sybil. Sybil
Sybil.
is a 6-month-old pitty, and
6
she
months.
is a doll.
So
She's
someone-
very sweet.
Someone could adopt this and have a puppy.
Yes.
She's 6 months
Yes,
old.
yes. And very well behaved for a puppy as well.
Let me slow this down just for a minute because she is available right now.
Right now.
This is Thursday night,
Yeah.
and she is available right
Yeah.
now at the Henry County
Just
shelter.
look at her.
and you talk to Allie Keatts, and you can get a hold of her.
Right.
Look
She
at
could
her.
go
She is
home with
cute.
you,
She's a
sleep
doll.
on your bed.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, she would love
Just
that. She's a cuddle bug.
snuggle.
For
Oh,
sure.
is she?
Yeah,
Snuggle
she's
bunny.
so sweet.
Snuggle bunny.
Yeah, and you know, pitties get the worst rap sheet, and
They do.
They tend
Yeah.
to be the biggest babies, the absolute biggest babies, and
Right.
she is one of those. She's a
agree
huge
with you.
So would you
baby.
say this just the way they agree? I mean, the way they're raised, the aggression is from people?
Well, no,
Humans?
they were bred to be an aggressive
Right,
dog.
They were actually bred to be nanny dogs way
Well,
back
true.
in the day.
Explain nanny
Way-
dogs. I'm
so
lost on the nanny.
they were actually bred and raised to raise children, to protect
Really?
children. Yes. yes.
Really?
So that is probably where some of the aggression does come from, because they are very protective animals, but they're
Very.
protecting
Now,
their family.
How aggressive are you when
For
you're
your family,
protecting your
absolutely.
family?
Yeah.
You better watch
To,
out.
to
Right.
the extreme. To the
I'm
extreme.
highly trained in firearms.
Right.
And your family feels comfortable with you being that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
they do.
same with that type of dog.
Mm-hmm.
That dog in a household is going to protect your family
Absolutely.
as strong as
I
you.
like that. I like that. Yeah, I never knew
cool
that.
But
history.
as far as aggression,
Yeah.
the Chihuahua. Imagine if that
You
thing.
know all about that, Daniel.
Imagine if a Chihuahua was full size,
Right.
as a pit bull,
I'd be
or
terrified.
full size of
it's,
a
be
German
terrified.
Shepherd.
I'd be
You would not
terrified.
be able to get around that animal.
Yeah.
The Chihuahuas are crazy.
Yeah.
Couldn't get around me anyway. My Chihuahua, she's addicted to me.
She's addicted to potato chips.
Yeah. Okay. So I got.
Why are you feeding your dog potato chips?
No.
Chad, help me here. Help me here.
No.
As a vet professional, why is he feeding his dog potato chips?
As a vet professional, my veterinarian right here told me, and he gets on to me all the time, do not feed my
No.
Chihuahua any human food.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
Human. And I don't. Well,
The calorie intake is just
yeah, the
just
calorie
trying to
intake
toss
is not good. I've seen
Dog
that
food
happen.
has all of the supplements that they need in it.
But there was somebody at my house that was eating potato chips. And
Was his name Daniel?
no, his
Oh.
name was not Daniel. I come out of my house and I hear my Chihuahua going, and I'm like, she's eating potato chips.
it dropped on the floor. That's all I could say. And the second one,
So we have
and
some
then
more
the third
pictures.
one. Oh,
That
wow.
that is another pity we have. He is I think we've got him at 2 as well. His name is Bark Twain. And the reason for that is he's very vocal. He loves to sing. He's a barker. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So that's Bark Twain.
Oh, Bark Twain.
Yeah, he's a sweet boy.
Man.
Now, do you
Yeah.
guys come up with these names?
We do. We
You
name them all.
Really? It's a little bit more personal, I
Yeah.
think, instead of calling them a number. You
Yes.
could really
Once you
Yes.
name them, that's it.
Yeah.
Old Bark Twain. Hold on.
that's-
Go back. Hold on. Go back to Bark Twain.
You just needed to laugh again.
He's a goober. He's a goober. He's funny.
He's like my brother right
very
there.
energetic.
Yeah.
But he's a good dog
What's
too.
up with his paw? Is
He's
like
just okay. Look, he does not sit still. He's very energetic. Yeah. So he was, I think, in the process of getting ready to jump up and hug me in that picture. So
took this picture?
I did. I take most of the pictures.
Oh.
And it is hard to take a picture
It
of a dog.
is,
It's like
it
taking a
is.
picture of my kids at the house.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Right. That's why his face is a little blurry there. You can't,
'cause
you can't really
he's
avoid
moving.
that. Yeah.
He's
You
moving.
can't really avoid that. He's a very active
Before
dog.
we go any further, you got a Facebook page.
We do.
Let's hear this. How do we get to it? We just type in Henry County Shelter.
Animal Shelter. Henry County Animal
Henry
Shelter.
County
Yep.
Animal Shelter.
Yep. And you can find us on Facebook.
And that's not Georgia. 'Cause
No.
There's a Henry County, Georgia.
And Tennessee.
Oh, really?
Yes, we get calls. We get calls daily, and I have to be
I knew
like,
there's a
what,
Franklin County, Tennessee.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have to
Something
be
about
like,
some moonshine or
What
something.
what
don't know
town?
nothing
What
about
town do
that.
you live in? I'm sorry, this is Martinsville, Virginia. and they're like, oh my gosh.
So the Henry County Shelter, make sure it's in Virginia.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, you don't have to be a citizen of Henry County
You do
to
not
adopt.
You do
right?
not. Mm-mm.
That's good information to know.
Yeah, you do not.
So, if
So what do you got to do? I mean, like,
So if you don't live in, okay, so the way that it works for our shelter is, unfortunately, because we are low income, we cannot fix all of the animals before they're adopted. That is why Boyce Holland has graciously offered to fix them at a half cost for us, or for the adopter. I mean,
Are there's other veterinarians that help too, or is it just Boyce Holland?
just Boyce Holland is the only one.
Yeah, we the real deal. Really?
They are the only ones that have agreed to offer something like that for our adopters.
Well, shout out to Boyce Holland.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't that make you feel a little proud?
Absolutely.
You come out of,
Mm-hmm.
you were a Boyce Holland
Reach
girl.
out to my family.
Yeah.
Right. We family.
Yeah.
Family. My family.
Well, we worked together for a long time.
Right,
Yeah.
for real. Like
Yeah.
you were pregnant walking around in there.
That was at the end, but yes.
That was at the end.
That was at the end,
That
but
was,
yes.
That was on her way out.
Yeah.
On her way out to do bigger and greater things. And we never try to hold anybody back.
And she does.
You know,
She has.
and she has.
I greatly
And she has
appreciate
a
that.
lot of
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah. So if you don't live in Henry County, we just require that the animal is fixed before it leaves our county. So what we would do is send it up to be fixed, and we would just add on the fee of being fixed to your adoption
So
fee.
what's the fee to?
The fee is $40 for a dog that is less than a year. I'm sorry, over a year.
Over a year.
And then it's $80 if they're younger than a year, and then it's $20 for cats and kittens.
All right. And then adding on to the, how much is the spay or?
It's $125 to get them spayed or neutered, and that includes vaccines.
And that includes vaccines.
Yeah.
So that's really, I mean,
That's
at
still
our cost.
a
really.
third. That's still a third of where you can get it done anywhere
And
else.
y'all can justify it however you want
yeah.
because you're both sitting here and you own a veterinary services and you're in the shelter.
Yeah.
But from what I like about it is not anybody can just go in there because you got to realize for some reason, unfortunately, just like my teenagers, they have to pay for something before they really say this means a lot to me. So if you invest into that animal, the
for
dog
sure.
or the cat,
Yes.
you know, unfortunately, there's people out there that they have to have that investment before they realize they have that investment.
That they have a responsibility.
That they have a responsibility.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a lot, but if
Right.
you're into the commitment, just like a vehicle, I don't even want to compare an animal to a vehicle because animals
still
are
a
much
commitment.
more.
So I
It's
see
a
where you're
commitment.
going with
Yeah, you
that.
see where I'm going with that.
Yeah.
You still have to buy insurance.
Right.
You still have to maintain the vehicle with
Right.
oil, gas,
Tires.
Tags,
brakes,
tax,
this. Yeah.
tax,
Right.
Inspections.
inspections.
So, you know, a $20 to $40 and even to the puppies to $80, that's not an unreasonable price to pay for something that you're going to have to pay dog food for, you're going to have to pay vet bills
Right,
for,
right.
and that is a commitment.
Right.
And,
And that Nissan,
so start it then.
that Nissan out in your driveway or that apartment that you live in has not got the unconditional love for you that pet has.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's unconditional love.
Oh, there is nothing.
You're
like
not paying for
There's nothing
something.
Like
You're
coming
paying for a living being.
Right. Come home to a living being.
Yes.
And open up that door and get mauled by them of love. You know,
Mauled with love.
Mauled with love.
So, with that being said, I want to mention that one of my I have two dogs currently, and one of them came from a shelter, and she was actually on. I won't mention where, but she was actually on the list to be euthanized because she had a bite history. But since I've had her, she has
always a
she has never acted aggressive towards anybody.
Wow.
She's been a fantastic dog. So don't ever let that scare you away.
Right.
And she's kicking 15 now.
Because we just talked about you have a very small child.
Right.
Well, two small children.
Oh gosh,
but one
and she
very
loves my
small
boys.
child.
Oh my gosh.
And you took a dog that had history and was looking at death row.
Right.
We'll say
It is.
and you took it and made a wonderful pet for 15 years.
15 years.
Those are those stories that just make it worth wild. To,
And she loves my boys. I mean, protects my boys. My boy be over there crying, and she's standing over top of him, licking him in the face, literally licking the tears off of his face.
As far as protection goes, how's that lizard protecting them?
About that.
So we got some more dogs.
Hello, I'm Pineapple.
She protects her cage from crickets.
So who was this? Yeah.
That's Elvis.
Elvis.
Elvis is a great dog too. We have a lot of really great dogs, and I hate to say that with every single dog that has been shown, but they all are great dogs right now. We have a lot of really good ones.
Yeah.
So he's a year old. He has dog tested really well. He gets along with pretty much anybody that we've introduced him to.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog.
He's a sweet boy too.
Yes.
Now,
Elvis.
You said dog testing. What do you mean by that?
So we, with the help of my rescue coordinator, we will, we
Look
usually.
at his tail.
I know.
I
I love his
like
little
Elvis.
mustache. See right
Yeah,
above
he's got a
his lip, how
mustache. He's
little
got the
itty bitty
tail with the
mustache.
little white
Yeah.
on the end of it.
I just thought he needed a napkin.
Yeah, and he's a pretty good sized dog too. That picture doesn't do him justice. He's probably about 75 or 80 pounds.
Whoa,
he's a big boy. Yeah.
His head is up.
He's built pretty big. He
him.
reminds me a lot of a boxer. Like he's built like a boxer, but and he has a very boxer head too. But
He
he's
looks
colored.
happy.
Yeah, he's a good boy.
I like the happies.
He came to us as a stray.
Yeah, you see it in their
Yeah.
eyes. They
Yeah.
love you. But anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
you're fine.
What was you saying?
So when
Something about
we have actually dog testing.
Oh, dog
With-
testing. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
We have a small field beside our shelter where we take several dogs outside daily, and we walk past each other with them just to see how they kind of right off the bat kind of initiate with the other dog. And then we kind of go from there, let them sniff of each other.
Sniffing butts.
Yeah, exactly. Get to know each other, and then we kind of go from there. If they start playing, if they start, growling,
Aren't you glad that
Easy
humans
stuff.
don't do the same thing? Just sniff my butt and
Yeah, no.
you're
Yeah.
you're good.
That's gross.
You're good. It is gross. It is gross.
I don't even know where
But they do it, and it's just whatever.
Okay,
So
so,
you know what
Alright.
they're you know
you
what
want to
they're
talk
doing.
about my favorite?
Do you know what they're doing when they're sniffing each other's butt?
I want to know.
Do you want to know?
I wanna
What
know.
do you think they're doing?
Test? I just where you been? What'd you eat last night?
No, it's close. It's close. It's close to where you've been. They're not actually sniffing the stool. Each dog has scent glands, very much like a skunk.
Yeah.
Small dogs, big dogs, it doesn't matter. Every dog has them, and they're very much like a skunk. Mm-hmm. And it's that dog's own identification card.
Because every dog has
Really?
their own scent.
Every dog has its own scent.
Wow.
When a dog in the wild,
I got my own scent.
we took dogs
Yeah,
out
we
of the
smell
wild.
it.
Yeah, it's
We took dogs out of the wild, and when we did so, they would go hunting for food 10 miles down the road. Right? They would just travel.
Yeah.
While they're traveling for food, they would spray this smell.
Huh.
The whole path they go. And then they would travel that scent on the way back home.
Wow.
Back home. So the dogs haven't evolved out of that. They don't need that anymore. They have, food in front of them. They don't have to hunt for food. So
Right.
but the sniffing, the dragging of the butt, the any type, that's their scent gland.
Huh.
They're just letting you know who they
And
are.
I've noticed when they go out in the yard, they're like sniffing the bushes and stuff where the other ones have.
They smell the other
Peed.
dogs going through. It's
I want to
really
say
based-
pissed, but peed.
Well, you already said it.
I was going to say, I don't think it counts if you say it.
They pissed.
But anyway,
Yeah.
so
I'm from
who's
Patrick
this
County.
now?
They pissed.
Okay, this is my favorite dog currently. His name is Morris. He has.
Look at us. We're with
Yeah.
the picture.
He came to us as a stray.
shot.
I do too. Thank you, Shania.
He came to us as a stray. He's about 5 or 6 years old. He is already neutered and microchipped.
So
he's
he's an
ready.
adult.
yes,
He's an adult.
he is.
dog.
He's
He's
full
ready.
grown.
He's probably not going to chew up your couch. He's probably set in
Right.
his ways.
Oh, so an employee of mine actually took him home for the weekend because he's been with us for several months now. He's gotten very depressed, and
Oh,
she
poor
has
guy.
6 hound dogs.
Yeah.
And she took him home for the weekend, and
How'd
he
you
was
do?
in hog heaven. He was in heaven. He opened up so much. So when he returned to us this past Monday, we actually paired him up with Sybil, the little female 6-month-old puppy, and I've never seen him so bright and happy.
Oh, my
So I think he would do great in a home with other dogs. I think
Yeah.
he would do better in a home with other dogs just because he's so.
He wants a friend.
He does, exactly.
And that's
yeah.
probably who's going to grab an older dog, right?
Right.
One who already has dogs.
Yeah.
Usually somebody that just wants a puppy. They want
Yeah.
a puppy. But somebody who already has dogs, anywhere from 2 to 5 and above would be a great home.
So he has a great temperament. He's very laid back, but playful when around other dogs.
Now, what's he, a lab?
We have him as a lab
Lab
mix.
mix?
Yeah, yeah, probably some pity in there, but
what's
mostly
his
lab.
name again?
His name
Morris.
is Morris, and he is already neutered and microchipped.
Nice.
Yeah.
So he's ready.
He's
to
ready
go.
to go. He
is
just needs
ready to go.
a couch to lay on and some friends to play with.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
See, this
It'd
is
be
where I
easy.
get in trouble. This is where I,
Yeah, me
I
too,
go
man.
down
It
to the
sucks.
pound and say, Allie, I need 5. I need 5 of them dogs.
Right. I'm the same
Yeah.
Oh,
way. It
wow.
sucks.
Okay, so this is Milo.
Milo is handsome.
Milo
fella.
is a great dog.
Now, this is the grassy area that you were
Yes,
talking
yeah,
about.
this is the
Yes.
field beside the shelter.
Great.
Now, whose crotch you got a picture of?
Oh
right
my
there?
gosh, that's one of my cleaners. I'm not going to tell you whose crotch it is, but it's one of my
Don't
cleaners.
do that. He's walking around trying
Sorry,
to
I'm stupid.
Who also has a great amount of experience as well in the rescue field. So she was a great addition to our team as well.
Man, she's
What's her name again?
I'm not telling you that, but the dog's name is Milo.
No, the dog. Milo.
The
Oh, he is a Milo.
The dog's name is Milo. He's a 10-month-old
Also, that's
puppy.
a female holding
Yes,
Milo. Okay, I'm
yeah.
sorry, I didn't
That
know.
is a 10-month-old puppy.
Don't pay no attention to
Yeah.
me. I'm sorry.
Milo
So he's 10 months?
He is 10 months old. He is a husky lab mix.
So he's a youngin.
Yes. He has also been through 6 months of personal training. He is already
Wow.
neutered, vaccinated, and microchipped.
Yeah.
He is also on heartworm prevention.
Wow.
He was unfortunately a surrender to us. Milo's a great dog when his training is upkept. Wolf in Good Times in Eden, who did his training previously, has offered the adopter 6 free training sessions to proceed.
Wow.
now,
Because
who was
he-
that again?
Yeah.
Wolf in Good Times
Wolf in Good
in
Times.
Eden. Yeah. Eden, North Carolina.
Eden,
Yeah.
yes.
So he is a great dog when he has structure. So he is still a puppy and a very big puppy.
Yeah, he looks like he's
Yeah,
pretty good size for 10 months. I was like,
He-
what?
Yeah, he currently dens with another dog we have named Kona. Yeah, we haven't seen him yet, but he gets along great with other dogs, but he can be a bit destructive. So, so training is definitely going to be needed for him. He does great in a crate. I know some people are for that and some people aren't, but he
Right.
thrives in a crate. He does well. So like when you're leaving the
security
house,
net.
exactly. Yeah. So when you're leaving the house, put him in his crate and he'll be fine. He's not going to chew up anything. He has like separation anxiety, but pretty much.
Oh,
But otherwise, I mean, he's a great dog. He just needs someone who's going to continue with his training and
Right.
keep him up.
personal attention.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Keep
And there-
him
there's
responsible for his actions.
Right. There's people out there like that.
There's a new addition to
You're gonna
Daniel
love this
Lewis.
one.
Taking him home with.
So this is Lil Bow Wow.
Little
Bow
Bow Wow. Little Bow Wow.
This is Lil Bow Wow.
Little Bow Wow needs
Yeah.
to hang out under the pine tree.
He's a 10-month-old puppy. He came to us as a surrender. He was one of those was unfortunate circumstances. It was no fault of the dogs.
Yeah.
So he's a great dog too. He's tested well with others. So, but he still needs to be.
Well,
fixed.
as we see, there are several dogs that you have down there for an adoption,
Super cute.
and it sounds very easy to achieve this adoption. You come down there and you say, "Hey, I want one," and you fill out some
Right.
paperwork.
So there's people all over YouTube watching this also. So if they come from North Carolina, how do you do that? Just
So,
come
so
see you.
They can come see us, and like I said, when they choose to adopt, we'll just have to send it up to be fixed. We've actually adopted out
But
in
if they're already
Pennsylvania.
fixed, it's all good.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's just
yeah.
She's adopted one dog every day that she's been down there. That's
30
amazing.
a month.
And
That
if
is
we could
amazing.
open up the viewing range and maybe get some more good
Yes.
people out there that are looking for animals, I'd like to clear that building out for you.
Right.
Please
Because
share.
And I hate
Please
to say it,
share.
but we are currently at Code Red too.
Oh,
We're pretty.
man, what's that mean?
It means
So
we're
I'm
full.
lost.
We're very
Full.
full. We had to pair up 4 dogs today in hopes to make some space. So those
do
are
you mean
surrenders in the
pair up?
strays.
Like in
We've
the
been
same
able to
room?
house them together or
Oh,
den
okay.
them, as we say. But yeah, so we're
Gotcha.
able to house a couple of them together, so that way we
So
can open up
please
some
share.
runs. Yeah,
Please.
please.
Now
We need some adoptions.
and we're not going to use Be Real as share Be Real.
Yeah.
You can go
Or
to
you
your
can share
Facebook,
Be Real.
or you can share Be Real, yeah. But no, we want if they can go to your Facebook page, which is Henry County Animal Shelter. Make
Correct.
sure it's Virginia, and they can share the same furries. Cool.
Now, real quick, before the show ends, because we're running out of time.
I got the
it
finger.
happens real quick.
I got the finger.
You got the finger?
Yeah, not from Allie.
Allie, I want to thank you for coming out here.
Thank you for
I
having
know
me.
It's a little bit
It's a lot of
later
fun.
on at night.
Yes, thank you.
But I want to do a shout out to your family that allowed you the time to come out and maybe take away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
if
got a
could-
picture, don't we?
We could throw up Allie's family there and Give a little shit. Look at him.
That's my boys.
Oh, that's a big
all of them.
That's a big old boy. Oh wow. That's
Yeah.
Now that's Donald.
He's the biggest boy of them all.
That's
Yeah.
Donald, and
God love him though.
Yeah.
Love him so much.
Hey,
I know you do.
Yeah.
you have a beautiful family.
Thank
Very
you.
beautiful.
You have
Thank
a beautiful life going on. You have a beautiful career
Yes.
going on,
Thank
and
you.
everything is just great as far as I'm concerned. And I thank you for
Thank you.
coming aboard and
Thank you.
sharing these animals
God
with
bless
us.
you. You're
And,
she's a blessing to the voiceless.
Absolutely,
Those furries.
because that's what they are.
Yes,
You're
they are.
speaking for the voiceless.
Speaking for the
Absolutely.
voiceless.
Thank
I've
you,
always
guys.
thought a lot of you.
Yeah.
So
And,
thank you for
still
coming.
do somewhat because you're not watching our show.
Yeah, I do want to
We're
give you
gonna love
some.
this now.
How many shows have you watched now, Alex?
I have
Yeah,
watched
One.
80%. I had to do the math in my head of
80%
Of
of one halftime show. But
Sorry.
anyway,
It's a busy life,
And so-
y'all.
catch up with that because you'll enjoy it.
Right. And as soon as
She'll
we
enjoy
pull
it.
up in the driveway, she's out there like flashing her badge and everything.
Oh
We're
my
like,
God.
we're
I
going
don't
to
have
jail.
a badge.
Well, she was. That was
My ID
something.
card.
Your ID
Yeah.
card.
That's good.
Thank you, Sheriff Lane Perry. You got a great lady here. I can testify that for many years I've known her, and I know her in general. I don't care if you don't know her or not, or do like her or whatever. She is a great person. She's helped me with my chihuahuas. I can testify to that, and she's loved them, and I can tell that she loves her children. She's a great boy mom.
Thank
She's
you.
always been a great friend, and I thoroughly enjoy you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming out here, putting her on the spot.
I think it was like 10 times too.
It's like a little nervous going on there.
It's okay.
Me too.
Hmm.
Me too. Yeah, I was like,
I know you spilled water
I
everywhere.
did.
Right,
Hey,
y'all-
it dried up.
Y'all be real and come on back.
Be real.